All right. Bungie just dropped a massive news article about Prismatic, and they're going to break down everything that it does, all of its capabilities. This looks absolutely nuts. This is the future of Destiny 2. This is what subclasses will look like if you're on your Hunter right here. You can see you got your super selection here, all the other options. You have Transcendence here, the options, the abilities, the grenades, the melee. You can see there's new fragment slots in here and stuff. Things are about to get crazy. Let's go ahead and jump into this article and read everything that's about to happen. Dev Insights, Prismatic Deep Dive. Hey Guardians, gameplay team here, starting with the release of Stasis and Beyond Light in 2020, continuing with Subclass 3.0 during the Year of the Witch Queen, and most recently with the release of Strand and Lightfall. We've been hard at work building out the full kit of abilities, aspects, and fragments that you've assembled in your perfect monster slaying machine. The builds you've crafted help you overcome insurmountable odds, taking down powerful foes, and ensuring the safety of the last city for now. Ominous statement there. With the final shape looming, the threat has never been more imminent, and the stakes have never been higher. We knew that if humanity was going up against the Witness, we had to pull out all the stops. Makes sense. So welcome to Prismatic. And then they played this gameplay trailer that we previously saw before in the stream that we watched yesterday. For the first time, players will be able to wield the powers of light and darkness simultaneously, unlocking combinations of abilities never before possible. Today, we'd like to give you a brief overview of the Final Shape's new Prismatic subclass, including the suite of abilities available, how you'll expand on those capabilities, and the unique gameplay it brings to the table. Prismatic subclass is familiar, but with a twist. Your super, melee, grenade, and aspect slots will feature a selection of light and darkness abilities from all 5 damage types, which is awesome. The combination between multiple light abilities or darkness abilities, whatever you like. You want to focus on add clear, for example. If you want to focus on super damage, you want to focus on killing champions, mages, whatever it is. That's pretty cool. And I think this is going to create some really fun and unique combinations. You can also select from available movement modes and class abilities, including the subclass specific ones such as Phoenix Dive, Acrobat's Dodge, and Thruster. Wow. That's going to be so crazy. My mind can't even wrap what that's going to be like, be able to choose between all of those. Our main goal for Prismatic is to enable new and interesting build crafting combinations that lead to new types of gameplay so that we can keep the game feeling fresh. As part of this, some of the abilities we've chosen are ones that we think have been underused since their initial release and have exciting interactions with the rest of the roster. In many cases, we've adjusted how certain aspects function to specifically enable these unique interactions. Got it? With Prismatic, we will be able to make an immediate impact. From the very first mission of the Final Shape, you'll have access to a complete starting Prismatic build with a set of light and darkness abilities, aspects, and a full set of fragments. Let's dive into the details. Prismatic Hunter. All right. Got our Transcendence here. We got our abilities. We got our aspects, fragments. You can see all the different options here. The Prismatic Hunter is evasive and maneuverable, grappling around the battlefield and leaping to advantageous positions with Ascension. Their starting Prismatic build enables that maneuverability with Winter Shroud, providing a handy debuff that Stylus Executioner, which now triggers by defeating an enemy afflicted by any subclass debuff, can activate, providing easily accessible invisibility to reposition wherever you need to be with safety. Wow, you've got Invis paired with Winter Shroud. Oh my gosh, this is just... Jeez, you've got, yeah, Stylus Executioner there. The Solar Nade, Stasis Melee, Solar Nade, and the Void aspect. This is going to be nuts. You'll be able to choose between the different light and darkness abilities from each column below. Okay, supers, you've got Storm's Edge, Golden Gun, Silence and Squall, Silk Strike, and Shadow Shot. Class abilities, Marksman Dodge, Gambler Dodge, Acrobat Dodge, Movement, Blink. Wow. Imagine you'll be able to blink on a Golden Gun now. Be able to blink. Would you be able to blink while using Silk Strike, a roaming super? That could be terrifying. Combination Blow, Knife Trick, Withering Blade, Threaded Spike, Snare Bomb, Magnetic Grenade, Grapple. Wow. You could be on a Golden Gun and grapple around. Like you have your 6-shot Golden Gun, fire a shot, hit a grapple, fly over somewhere else, hit a Golden Gun shot over there. Duskfield Grenade, Swarm Grenade, Arc Bolt Grenade, aspects, Ascension, Gunpowder Gamble, Winter Shroud, Threaded Spectre, Stylus Executioner. Wow. Starting indicates abilities that are included with your Prismatic build during the first mission of the Final Shape. This is going to be so crazy and so like the level of creativity is about to go level 9,000. We've got Prismatic Titan here. Okay. Oh god, I can already see we've got Thunderclap melee, we've got Shackle Grenade, and then we've got the Stasis aspect, while also having the Arc aspect in here. Oh man. The Prismatic Titan excels at disabling enemies to make them easy targets for high impact follow-ups. Dringer's Lash, Shackle Grenade, and Diamond Lance are all potent primers for subsequent Consecration, Thunderclap, or powerful Unbreakable Blast. Their starting build allows them to freeze targets with Diamond Lance and wind up a fully charged Thunderclaps to remove the threat from the fight in one fell swoop. Very interesting. So you got supers, you got Twilight Arsenal, Thunder Crash, Blade Fury, Hammer of Soul, and Glacial Quake. Got it. Twilight Arsenal being your super, is that the new super that's coming out? That must be the new super. We got Towering Barricade, Rally Barricade, Thruster. Got it. So the ability to use Thruster is actually super cool for the movement. And then obviously the jumps are the same. No blink on a Titan, of course. You'll never get to blink on a Titan, apparently. You can mix and match all your abilities, but you'll never blink on a Titan. Aha! Rip. Melee abilities, we got Shield Throw, Thunderclap, Frenzy Blade, Hammer Strike, and Shiver Strike. We got Suppressor Grenade, Pulse Grenade, Shackle Grenade, Thermite Grenade, Glacier Grenade. And then we've got Aspects, Unbreakable, Knockout, Dringer's Lash, Consecration, and Diamond Lance. Alright, it's going to be some pretty crazy combinations in there. Prismatic Warlock. Truth lies in the seams between light and darkness. Although one question I do have is that the grenade ability shows Shackle Grenade starting, so this is like what you're starting off with. So does that mean that Grapple isn't there? I would assume that it would be, but obviously this is just, they have the starting kit and then they have the other stuff that's not in the starting kit. I'm curious. Obviously that's what happens when you first log into the final shape. I'm assuming you'll be able to unlock all of this with time, and eventually they'll probably unlock everything. There might be some limitations to it at first, perhaps. We'll see. We'll see what the Warlock one says. All right, so we've got the Stasis melee that freezes targets. We've got Void Grenade. We're using Stasis Super. We've got the Void aspect and the Stasis X. We've got Bleak Watcher in there. Prismatic Warlock brings an army to bear, summoning a horde of Bleak Watchers, Hellions, and Threadlings in the blink of an eye. Warlock honestly has the most OP kit if you think about it, because it's got all these like sentient things that it does, like grenades and things that just do things for you, freeze enemies, kill enemies. So the ability to combine those in some fashion just sounds like it would be the most broken kit in my mind, other than the fact that Hunter has like Golden Gun and maybe that Star Eater's combination, but that's the class ability. So you got Bleak Watcher, Penumbral Blast, okay. Get the Void, okay. So your super, you've got Song of Flame, you got Nova Bomb, Storm Trance, Winter's Wrath, and Needle Storm. You're gonna have Phoenix Dive in here if you want it. You got Burst Glide, Strafe Glide, Control Glide, you got Blink. So now you would potentially be able to blink while playing on Winter's Wrath, which would be pretty cool, right? You'd be popping your Stasis. The only problem with Winter's Wrath is it's kind of slow, right? Now imagine you're on Winter's Wrath and you're roaming around in Crucible and you can blink forward. That would be ridiculous. Winter's Wrath with blink would be so unbelievably busted. You could even blink if you're on your well if you really wanted to. You got Incinerator Snap, Pocket, Singularity Melee, Chain Lightning, Penumbral Blast, Arcane Needle. You got your Threadling Grenade, Cold Snap Grenade, Storm Grenade, Vortex Grenade, Healing Nade. Wow. Healing Nade, blinking Warlock with Winter's Wrath. It's gonna be scary times. It's gonna be scary times. We got Hellion Aspect, Feed the Void, Lightning Surge, Bleak Watcher, Weaver's Call. All right, explore your potential. While you'll start off with a fairly focused initial loadout, you'll quickly expand your toolset and possible combinations. As you continue through the Pale Heart of the Traveler, you'll uncover the remaining abilities, aspects, fragments as missions, rewards, as well as unlocking them through post-campaign quests as collectibles hidden in the world. There you go. So it would be through the Pale Heart of the Traveler and stuff would be unlocking all this, which is good. I was wondering where we would unlock these things, where Bungie would hide these from us. Our ultimate goal is that as you progress in your journey to save the Traveler and humanity, you're able to continually experiment with new build crafting options and find novel ways to tackle the challenges ahead of you. There's no currency to earn to unlock these new build crafting elements, When you find a prismatic chest in the world or after a particularly tough battle, they're immediately granted and available for use. Very nice. That's good. Part of building Prismatic was ensuring that every option combination felt viable across a variety of content and difficulties. So most of the abilities you've seen here have had a tuning pass that we'll share in detail in the lead up to the final shapes release. Which I was mentioning this, that the ability to combine all this stuff would be so OP. Probably just have to nerf all abilities damage, like all grenade damage across the board by like, I don't even know, probably like at least 25%, right? Because otherwise it's just going to get kind of ridiculous. Aspects that were damage type specific have had their requirements loosened when using Prismatic. For example, Diamond Lance and Feed the Void activate the ability defeats on any damage type, not just Stasis and Void, and Stylus Executioner activates when defeating an enemy afflicted by any elemental debuff, not just Void. So that's smart. See, that's what you really have to work on. I was confused about, because a lot of these abilities are specific to certain debuffs, so they basically have to broaden the verbiage used with them and make them a little more accessible. So this will actually create some really cool combinations though. Like, this is going to create some really cool combinations because certain elements can do things more efficiently than others, and so you'll find efficiency within combining certain things. So it's going to be pretty epic. Break your past limits. Prismatic is more than using familiar abilities and new combinations. We also wanted to create new gameplay to showcase the player's newfound mastery of the elements. Enter Transcendence. It's the result of the collision of light and darkness that your guardian can now control, and enables the use of never before seen power. When you're using Prismatic, you'll notice a new bar below your super energy meter. This is the new indicator for the Transcendence light and darkness meters. Got it. So we got our Transcendence light and darkness meter here on the left and right. You can see here. When you deal light aligned damage or apply light aligned buffs or debuffs, the light bar on the left fills. When you deal darkness aligned damage, the darkness bar on the right fills. Kinetic damage fills both bars at a reduced rate, but the rate increases when either bar is filled, making it a solid choice to help a lagging bar catch up. Very interesting. So they'll do some light damage, fill up the bar, and you fill up the other bar. What happens when you fill up the bar? Okay, when both bars are full and meet in the middle, Transcendence is available. While Transcendent, your melee and grenade energy are instantly refreshed and generate more quickly. Are you sure about this, Bungie? Are you sure that's what you want to do? What? Dealing damage with a grenade further increases your melee regeneration rate and vice versa. Your weapon damage is slightly increased, and you are more resistant to incoming damage. My God! This is going to be nuts. This is going to be beyond broken. Holy. Our goal for Transcendence, both in terms of uptime and potency, is that it feels like a miniature super that's only readily available when your loadout and playstyle interweave light and darkness together in harmony. Being Transcendent also allows you to break the shields of special combatants standing in your way on your journey through the pale heart of the Traveler. These combatants have been bound by the Witness and are invulnerable to incoming damage otherwise. Okay, so you're going to need Transcendence to kill some of these enemy types, so keep that in mind. Be mindful of filling up the light bar and the darkness bar. Wow. Okay. In addition to these boosts, while Transcendent, you'll have a new grenade that deals both light and darkness damage types. A new grenade that deals light and hailfire spike. Okay. Throw a device charged with stasis matter and solar energy that attaches to surface or targets and then erupts into a flowing storm. After short duration, the device ignites, creating a deadly scorching cyclone. This reminds me of the shotgun that we use, right? We've been using the shotgun from the new raid, not Vow. I can't even remember the name of the raid. Root of Nightmares. That exotic shotgun has the stasis and solar stuff. So maybe that's kind of the start of this, right? Electrified snare. Okay, throw an explosive device energized with strand matter and arc energy. Yeah, thank you, Ron. And then it detonates into supercharged suspending burst. The suspended targets takes heavy damage over time and chains jolting lightning. Wow, so it suspends and jolts. Holy. Freezing Singularity. Throw a mass void energy and stasis matter. On impact, it deploys miniature black hole orbited by a halo of slowing ice. After short duration, the black hole implodes, suppressing and dealing heavy damage to all nearby targets. Wow. Wow, all of these sound absolutely insane. So the combination between light and darkness for the Hunter, Titan, and Warlock, they all sound awesome. Cool. in multitudes. Now let's talk about Prismatic Fragments. One of the challenges we identified early on was that there's a lot of power from our single damage type subclasses. It comes from the network of many interconnected gameplay loops the player can dip into when they focus their build crafting on a single element. When the player's focus is split between multiple elements, we still need to provide enough opportunities for stacking powerful synergies, as well as providing value to the new Transcendence loop. To help solve this problem, we've increased most prismatic aspect fragment slot allotments to 3, with a few of our most potent options staying at 2 fragment slots. Okay. You're going to need that extra space with Prismatic. From day 1 of the final shape, you'll be able to find or earn a total of 21 fragments, a sizable bump over the typical 14 to 16. Some are reimaginations or combinations of existing fragments, and some are brand new. Unlike our core damage types, fragments in Prismatic are unlocked for all characters as soon as you acquire them. Let's go! Much better system. If you finish the campaign on your Hunter, you want to start on your Titan will have all the fragments unlocked on your Hunter. Finally! Finally! Thank you! Thank you. Here's a look at some of the fragment options you can look forward to. We've got Facet of Balance, rapidly defeating targets with light damage, grants melee energy, rapidly defeating targets with dark damage, grants grenade energy. Okay, very cool. Facet of Bravery, defeating targets with grenades, grants volatile rounds to your void weapons, defeating targets with powered melee final blows, grants unraveling rounds to your strand weapons. Whoa. Facet of Dawn, powered melee hits against targets make you radiant, powered melee final blows make both you and nearby allies radiant. Facet of Defiance, finishers create a detonation that either jolts, scorches, slows, severs, or makes targets volatile based on the damage type of your equipped super. Got it. Very cool. And then we've got Facet of Dominance, your void grenades weaken, and arc grenades jolt targets. Right? Facet of Generosity, defeating targets with Transcendent, creates orbs of power for you and your allies. Facet of Grace, damaging targets with kinetic weapons grants you bonus Transcendence energy. Defeating targets with your super grants you and nearby allies bonus Transcendence energy. Facet of Hope, while you have an elemental buff, your class ability regenerates more quickly. Facet of Justice, while Transcendent, your ability final blows explode. Facet of Protection, while surrounded by enemies, you are more resistant to incoming damage. Nice, that's good. Facet of Purpose, speaking of Orb of Power, grants either Amplified, Restoration, Frost Armor, Woven Mail, or Overshield based on the damage type of your equipped super. Cool. And then we have Facet of Ruin. This increases the size and damage of the burst when you shatter a stasis crystal or frozen target, and increases the size of solar ignitions. There it is. Starting indicates that it's a prismatic build during the final shape, like we talked about. We're truly excited to see the new possibility that Prismatic brings, from combining abilities in brand new ways to exploring more build crafting options than ever before. Look forward to seeing what you all come up with as you venture forth into the new era of Destiny 2. Wow. All right. Well, that seems really, really exciting, really, really cool. I'm looking forward to these new grenades, the combination of all these abilities, and the build crafting potential that comes with it. And really just the creativity, like we talked about, just like even with Hunter, you think about the ability to grapple while on Silk Strike, the ability to blink while you're in your Warlock roaming super. All this is really cool and just allows a lot of creativity. So let me know your thoughts about Prismatic down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe if you want to stay up to date on all the news in Destiny 2. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one.